Hey y'all, it's JessicaRayPlays and welcome back to the channel, and today we are continuing from the Streamlight single. This is Judd Travers that I am randomizing here to obviously get our base laid out for the sim. He is going to be our forever single individual that goes into that house. This is for the Sunnyside save file that I'm currently working on. It's part of our Let's Rebuild Willow Creek in The Sims 4. Obviously we'll get to the other ones as soon as we come along. This is one of the first sims that I'm actually putting into the game, where you guys get to see him and the create a sim aspects and me literally making him from an EA build. There is two other individuals and I'm currently playing them on the Dream Home Decorator LP that I'm currently doing, so I'll make sure I leave that in the eye icon for you guys so you can go check them out as well. They are beautiful and gorgeous. Oh my gosh, they're chef's kisses. But Judd now. Judd's an individual that's all on his own. He is something. He is a hoot, and I can't wait to tell you a little bit more about his backstory. So Judd Travers is a loner, a slob, and a erratic sim, which is obviously a very crazy combination to put together, and that's what I wanted for him. I wanted him to have all those ones that nobody ever plays with. Now I do put him down as a young adult, but I do put a lot of skin details on him that make him look older because I want him to be around a lot longer to really aggravate your sims and just to cause a little bit of mayhem. So he does have gray hair and like these really pretty like light blue to gray eyes. He does have two dogs that live with him, and I can't wait to introduce those to you guys. Now, as for Judd and his whole backstory and why he lives the way that he lives, if you haven't checked out his house, I'll make sure I definitely leave it up above because you definitely need to go see it so you can definitely see him more as an individual. Now, Judd is a trapper or a hunter. He does fishing. He does the hunting of the animals and stuff, kind of like Shiloh, and kind of like a little mix of the the Fox and the Hound is kind of like what I imagine, like from his perspective, that he has these two dogs and he does all these coon huntings and all this stuff. So materials is not important to him. Actually, if you download him off the gallery right now, he has like $500 to his name. The house that he currently lives in was always passed down through generations, so obviously it is paid off and he has not had to put any money in it whatsoever. But Judd does like a little bit of dirt. He loves the grunge, he loves trash, he loves just leaving his stuff out for everybody. And you can see that I did make him a little bit more grungy in the face, but at the end I did take that off, and I was trying to find clothes that were like patchy, that were worn, that just kind of looked like he didn't really care, but it was really hard to find those clothes. But instead I definitely went with more like the white t-shirt kind of vibes and a little bit of plaid. And I do change his hair later on, and I'll show you guys that a little bit later on as well. And I also go back in and I change his skin tone to be a little bit darker because I feel like he spends a lot of time outside, so I definitely feel like he should have a little bit more of a tan to him as well. But if you are looking at Judd's house, there is a couple of photos in his house that show a woman in them, and I definitely want you guys to be able to make your own backstory up for him, because I feel like as simmers we love to put a good story with every sim that we always do. So I feel like you can always have a little bit of fun with, maybe he was an outstanding citizen and then maybe something tragic happened in his life and he just did not care. Either that picture could be of his maybe a fiance, or maybe even a wife, or it could be even a daughter, or I don't even know. I wanted you guys to have a lot more fun with it and just really explore him and have that say so in what happens to him, because obviously in The Sims 4 you can get the read trait potion and you can eventually maybe give him a romantic or do all kinds of whatever you want to do with him, and definitely like maybe live his best life. And I think that is a perfect thing for him. Now I'm not quite there yet to the dogs, but there is two dogs. Obviously he is a trapper, he's a hunter, so he has to have two dogs with him. And what other better dogs to have in that category than a beagle and a bloodhound? Now the beagle is definitely a representation of Shiloh. The dog is actually named Shiloh, which I freaking love so much. It was like one of my favorite movies. And when I asked you guys questions about what you guys wanted to see in the save file, a bunch of you guys said more dogs and more cats, so obviously having these two pets in here is a plus for everybody. Now the other one, the bloodhound, Now, I feel like the bloodhound has been with him forever. It's like his gold star dog, the one that he always goes to. And its name is Dog. Like straight up just Dog. I feel like he did not care. Maybe that was when he was severely detached from the world and he just did not care about anything. So he just like, come on dog, come on dog, dog, go get that, dog, go get this. Also, I should tell you guys that I did not create those dogs whatsoever. They are made by the wonderful, the amazing PugOwned. And then also they go by PugOwned Sims. She is a fabulous and amazing creator when it comes to the dogs and the animals and just everything like that. And I 100% will be using hers throughout the Sims 4 save file because they are just so realistic. The wrinkles, the shadows, just everything about them look freaking amazing. And I don't feel like anybody should go without her dogs or animals or cats or whatever that she puts in because they are freaking amazing. But I really did want to create this individual because I wanted a story who is deeper than the surface. Just because he lives in a tiny dirty home and all the teens, like the neighbors, pick on him and graffiti his house and plain out just dislike him doesn't mean that Judd doesn't want to be loved or to be loved one day. It is a true testament that we should never judge anybody by their materials or clothes or possessions because we never know what somebody is going through or has been through. With Judd, you can play that crazy, grumpy neighbor that really does like to aggravate individuals, and the more graffiti that gets on his house, the more stuff that he just throws out there like, oh, okay, cool, you want to graffiti my house? Cool, I'll just throw out a whole refrigerator or a whole stove or even a bathtub. Like, he just does not care. You can either play that terms or you can play the heartbroken individual that just needs to be told that he is loved and cleans up his act and definitely improves his house overall. And I wanted to create that atmosphere for you guys where you could really take him and just do whatever you wanted to do with him, whatever storyline you wanted to do. So really quickly, I'm just showing you guys what kind of stuff I changed about him and how I did. So I definitely just gave him like 3 solid outfits or whatever it is, definitely just to keep in with that time. But I am getting very close to the end of the video, but I hope you guys really do love Judd and the dogs. I think they look so stinking cute. I love them so much, and I hope you guys love them as well. And if you are new to my channel, make sure you do hit the subscribe button because it does just help our little village to grow. And I will see you guys real soon in my next video. And remember, you are appreciated and you are loved, and I will see you guys. Love you. Bye guys. Mwah. Bye friends. Perfect.